I thought about it, but this was too good a job to pass up, and I was given a free hand since the hotel was new. Waiter Tony delivered the tea and slipped away again. "What exactly is it you do here?" Lisbeth asked. Since I'd more or less created the position, it wasn't easy to explain. A little of everything. I'm in charge of customer satisfaction. I know that sounds vague, but it's kind of a catch-all job about making sure that everything goes smoothly. No, more than that, really, that everything is comfortable but memorable. Appearance, cleanliness, responsiveness of the staff, even the quality of the food and the polish on the silverware and glassware. We want people to go home talking about this place, sending their friends here, coming back themselves. "You always were a little OCD," Lisbeth said. When I looked startled, she spoke quickly to explain. "In a good way, of course. I mean, you were always really well organized. You turned in your assignments on real paper, not just something torn out of a notebook. You always spell-checked everything twice. When we were on the soccer team, you always knew all the rules, and you even argued with the refs now and then. Now you just do it on a much bigger scale. I mean, you've got a whole hotel here." Had Lisbeth really seen me that way years ago? Yes, but you can still break it down into smaller tasks, like service staff, restaurant, website, reservations, and so on. I won't bore you with it all. What about you? What have you been doing? Tony brought our lunch dishes and refilled our water glasses, then disappeared discreetly once again. While we ate, Lisbeth nattered on about her husband and her kids and how smart they were, all of them, and how wonderful, and what a busy life she led, what with the PTA and the annual school fund drive, and her daughter's brownie troop and her son's softball team. I listened with half an ear and tried to summon up my memories of Asheboro. Small town, one main street, one stoplight in the center. Surrounded by pretty rolling country, although for all I knew it was nothing but strip malls now, and near a lot of Civil War battlefields, but most history buffs just passed right through, since there was no reason to stop in town. One elementary school, ending with 8th grade, and one high school. Or maybe now there was a regional high school. I wasn't exactly on their email list for updates. One old factory that had been closed since long before we were born. Maybe it had fallen down by now. Parents had warned us to stay away from it, but there were always a few guys who couldn't resist a dare. Yet I couldn't recall that anybody had ever gotten hurt there. I had no recollection of what the old factory had made. My hometown was sounding really dull, even to me, and I'd been more or less happy growing up there. So I hurried to recall a few good points. No violence, no poverty, no pollution. It was a safe, quiet town, like so many others. It was also a place I hadn't wanted to stay, but that didn't mean that good people didn't go on living happy lives there. People like Lisbeth, who seemed to have thrived in that setting. I noticed that Lisbeth kept darting nervous glances at me. Did she have another motive that she hadn't mentioned? "So, what brings you to Baltimore, Lisbeth? Don't tell me it's just to have lunch with me and catch up. Are you leaving your husband? Looking for a job?" She giggled nervously. No, nothing like that. Phil and I are fine. He's got a great job. The kids are healthy and happy. I keep busy with volunteering, like I told you, and we're doing okay financially. She wasn't answering my question, so I pressed on. "You wanted a mini vacation? Come on, Lisbeth. There's something you aren't saying, isn't there?" She sighed and looked out at the sparkling harbor, the clusters of people passing by, the boats on the water, anywhere but at me. "I have a favor to ask, or we do, and it's a big one." "We? You mean you and Phil? And what's big?" "No, actually, I mean the town." She took a deep breath. "We want you to save Asheboro.